Probably the most motivational article I've read in a while. James Altucher is an investor, serial entrepreneur and writer. In his blog, he questions established truths and offers alternatives. Here's the deal. I've been to ground zero several times, come back to life several times, done it all over again. I've started new careers. People who knew me then don't know me now. I've had to change careers several times. Sometimes because my interests changed. Sometimes because I had already burned all my bridges behind me. Sometimes because I was in dire need of money. And sometimes it was just because I hated all the people I had to work with in my old profession, or they hated me. There are other ways to change yourself, so take everything I say with a grain of skepticism. It's just something that worked for me, and as I've seen later, worked for several hundred more people. I've seen it in interviews, in letters that people have written to me over the last 20 years. You may or may not try it too. 1. Changing yourself never stops. You change yourself every day. There is always something moving. But every day you have to decide whether to go forward or backward. 2. You have to start from scratch. All the categories from your past life are just vanities. Were you a doctor? Did you attend an elite university? Did you have millions? Did you have a family? No one cares. You've lost everything. You are zero. Don't try to prove that you are something more. 3. You need a mentor. Otherwise, you will go down. Someone needs to show you how to move and how to breathe. But don't worry about finding a mentor, read on. 4. 3 types of mentors. Direct. The person next to you who will show you how he or she did it. What's it? Wait for it. By the way, mentors are not gurus from karate movies. Most mentors will hate you. Indirect. Books. Movies. You can get 90% of your mentorship from books and other materials. 200 to 500 books equals one good mentor. Everyone asks me, what books should I read? I don't know the answer. You will find 200 to 500 good books that you should read. Read inspirational books. Whatever your beliefs are, reinforce them every day through reading. A mentor is anything but. If you're at ground zero and burning with the desire to change yourself, anything you look at will be a metaphor for what you want to accomplish. The tree you see and the roots you don't see, with underground water feeding it, is a metaphor for computer programming if you tie everything together. And everything you look at will tie together. 5. If you don't have a passion for anything, don't worry. You have a passion for health. Start there. Go in small increments. You don't need passion to succeed. Do a thing with love, and success will be a natural symptom. 6. It will take 5 years to change yourself. Here's how those years will go. First year. You're scrambling, reading everything and just starting to do something. Year 2. You know who to talk to, who to connect with. You do things every day. You see a map of your future travels. Year 3. You're already good enough to make money. But maybe not enough to live on yet. Year 4. You're making good money. Year 5. You're making a fortune. Sometimes years 1 to 4 cause me frustration. I think, why wouldn't it ever happen? I pound my fist on the wall, it hurts. I throw a coconut on the floor, it's such a weird ritual. It's okay. Just keep going. Or stop and pick a new field. It doesn't matter. Eventually you will die anyway, and then it will be hard to change. 7. If you're doing it faster or slower, then you're doing something wrong. Google is a good example. 8. The point is not the money. But money is a normal metric. When people say it's not about the money, they have to come up with another metric to measure it. How about just doing what you love? There will be many days when you don't feel good about what you're doing. If you're only doing it out of love for the cause, it's going to take a lot more than 5 years. Happiness is just a positive feeling in your brain. Some days you will be unhappy. Our brain is a tool. It does not define us. 9. When you can say, X is my business. X is your new profession. Today. 10. When can I start doing X? Today. If you want to be an artist, buy a canvas and paints, start buying your 500 books one at a time and start painting. If you want to write, do these 3 things. Read, write, pick your favorite author and print your favorite story of his verbatim. Think about why he wrote each of those words. He's your mentor today. If you want to start a business, start working your way through the business idea. Changing yourself starts today. Every day. 14. The decisions you make today will be in your biography tomorrow. Make interesting decisions, and your biography will be interesting. 15. The decisions you make today will be part of your biography tomorrow. 16. What if I like something exotic? Biblical archaeology or 11th century wars. Repeat the steps above, and by the 5th year you can be rich. We don't know how. You don't have to look for the end of the road when you're only taking your first steps. 17. What if my family wants me to become an accountant? How many years of your life did you promise to give to your family? 10. Your whole life. Then wait for the next life. Your choice. Choose freedom over family. Freedom, not prejudice. Freedom, not government. Freedom, not the satisfaction of other people's needs. Then you will satisfy your own. 18. My mentor wants me to go his way. That's fine. Master his way. Then do it your way. Respectfully. Fortunately, no one is holding a gun to your head. Then you would have to comply with his demands until he puts the gun down. 19. My spouse is worried who will take care of our children. The person who changes themselves always finds free time. Part of changing yourself is finding moments and reshaping them the way you would like to use them. 20. What if my friends think I'm crazy? What kind of friends are they? 21. What if I want to be an astronaut? This is not a change of self. It's a specific profession. If you like space, there are many professions. Richard Branson wanted to be an astronaut and created Virgin Galactic. 22. What if I like drinking and hanging out with friends? Read this post again in a year. 23. What if I'm busy? Cheating on my spouse or betraying my partner? Read this post again in 2 or 3 years, when you're broke, unemployed, and disgusted with everyone. 24. What if I can't do anything at all? Read point 2 again. 25. What if I don't have a degree or it is of no use? Read again point 2. 26. What if I need to concentrate on paying my mortgage or other loans? Read paragraph 19 again. 27. Why do I always feel like an outsider? Albert Einstein was an outsider. No one in a position of power would hire him. Everyone feels like a fraud sometimes. The greatest creativity is born out of skepticism. 28. I can't read 500 books. Name one book to read for inspiration. Give it up right away. 29. What if I'm too sick to change myself? Change will spur all the beneficial substances in your body. Serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. Move forward, and maybe you won't get well at all, but you will get healthier. Don't use health as an excuse. Finally, rebuild your health first. Get more sleep. Eat better. Exercise. These are key steps to change. 30. What if my partner set me up and I'm still suing him? Drop the lawsuit and never think about him again. Half the problem was you. 31. What if I'm going to jail? Fine. Reread point 2. In prison, read more books. 32. What if I'm a timid person? Make weakness your strength. Introverts are better at listening, focus, and have ways to inspire self-love. 33. What if I can't wait 5 years? If you plan to stay alive in 5 years, you can start today. 34. How do you make contacts? Build concentric circles. You should be in the middle. The next circle is friends and family. Then online communities. Then there are people you know from informal meetings and tea parties. Then there are conference attendees and influencers in their field. Then there are mentors. Then there are clients and those who create wealth. Start wading through these circles. 35. What if my ego starts getting in the way of what I'm doing? In 6 months to a year, you'll be back to point 2. 36. What if I have a passion for 2 things? And I can't choose? Combine them, and you'll be the best in the world at that combination. 37. What if I'm so passionate that I want to teach others what I'm learning? Read lectures on YouTube. Start with an audience of 1 and see if it grows. 38. What if I want to make money in my sleep? In the 4th year, start outsourcing what you do. 39. How do you find mentors and influencers? When you have accumulated enough knowledge, after 100 to 200 books, write 10 ideas for 20 different potential mentors. None of them will respond to you. Write 10 more ideas for 20 new mentors. Repeat this every week. Compose a mailing list for anyone who hasn't responded to you. Repeat until someone responds. Write a blog about learning something. Build a community around how you turn into an expert. 40. What if I'm not good at coming up with ideas? Then practice doing it. Idea muscles tend to atrophy. They need to be pumped up. I have a hard time reaching the tips of my toes if I don't do it every day. I have to do it every day for a while before it comes easy to me. Don't expect to have good ideas from day one. 41. What else to read? After the books, you can read websites, forums, magazines. But most of them are garbage. 42. What if I do everything you say, but it still doesn't seem to work? It will work. Just wait it out. Keep changing yourself every day. Don't try to find the end of the road. You won't see it in the fog. But you can see the next step, and you'll realize that if you take that step, you'll get to the end of the road eventually. 43. What if I start to feel depressed? Sit in silence for an hour a day. You need to get back to your core. If that sounds silly to you, don't do it. Move on with your depression. 44. And if you don't have time to sit in silence, then sit in silence for 2 hours a day. That's not meditation. You just have to sit. 45. What if I get scared? Sleep 8 to 9 hours a night and never engage in gossip. Sleep is the first secret to good health. Not the only one, but the first. Some people write me that they only need 4 hours of sleep, or that in their country those who sleep a lot are considered lazy. These people will fail and die young. As for gossip, our brains are biologically programmed to have 150 friends. And when you communicate with one of your friends, you can gossip about someone in the other 150. And if you don't have 150 friends, your brain will want to read gossip magazines until it thinks it has 150 friends. Don't be as stupid as your brain. 46. What if I keep thinking I'll never make it? For 10 minutes a day, practice gratitude. Don't suppress your fear. Notice your anger. But also allow yourself to be grateful for what you have. Anger never inspires, but gratitude does. Gratitude is the bridge between your world and the parallel universe where all creative ideas live. 47. What if I have to deal with some personal squabble all the time? Find other people to be around. A person who changes himself will constantly encounter people who try to suppress him. The brain gets scared of change. It can be unsafe. Biologically, the brain wants safety for you, and change is a risk. So the brain will slip you people trying to stop you. Learn to say no. 48. What if I'm happy in my office job? Good luck. 49. Why should I trust you? You failed so many times. Don't trust me. 50. Will you become my mentor? You have already read this post. Do you want to get even better? Just watch one of these videos. You can also go to the channel and choose the video that interests you the most. I post videos quite often. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.